likes it the most? Who thinks it's like
Nobody. That's why I'm not in there right now. There's no buzz. Nobody's doing shit. Nobody to fight. Everybody's whack. Every single buddy. In boxing and MMA.
Agreed completely. I guess my big thing is just going back to like I mean, Bilal Muhammad. I don't dislike the guy. I just don't. He's not for me that fun to watch.
He's cringy.
I don't think he
very
doesn't
cringy.
have a great personality. So
no, it stinks.
You just don't have any champs right now outside. Like I love Tom Aspinall because he's humble, but he's confident. He backs all of it up in the octagon. You're, no offense, but you've always been a big Conor.
I'm not as big of. I'm disappointed in how he, chose to lead his life after he got money. So it's hard for me to. I can't stick up for him anymore. I used to stick up for him,
but like. I've been since Tom Aspinall came into the UFC. I watched his first fight, and then I started like going online and looking at past fights that he had, and I'm just like, this dude's gonna be a real problem. And he's a good talker. He's humble. Humble beginnings. He's always been just, this is what I want to do. This is my dream. And he, other than that one Curtis Blades fight where he freak accident with his knee, the guy is, I mean, he's an all-around mixed martial artist. His wrestling's great. His striking's great. His jiu-jitsu's phenomenal. His speed for how big he is crazy.
That's what I was going to say. When he knocked out Pavlovich, I was shocked at how quickly he did that. Of course, that's heavyweight, but I mean, I didn't think anybody was going to beat Pavlovich, and then now he was made to be human. Did Volkov beat Pavlovich?
I want to say yes. Yeah, but I'm just saying. There's just not. I can't think of anybody right now.
I know we were going through the weight class. So at 155, you have Islam. I respect the fact that looks to be unbeatable. I respect his
abilities, but I don't get excited to watch him.
No,
don't get excited to watch him.
He's more exciting to watch fight than most Dagestanis because he can strike well and he's got a pretty high IQ in there. Outside, I don't know. But I think that he's probably not a big draw.
First thing for me is always skill. I see the skill that the person possesses, and then I go, okay, cool. What other stuff do they bring to the table, right? And like him or don't like him, the Scouser, Paddy Pimblett, a lot of people don't like him.
I do.
I think Paddy has backed up every ounce of what he said he can do. He has come out. He's funny. He's
actually humble too. He's weirdly humble.
He treats people well, down to earth.
He does a lot of nice things for people without needing the credit for it.
Well, like I love to see a champion who, and like, don't get me wrong, I don't need a champion, I guess, to be all things, right?
No.
However, it's nice to be able to get excited to watch a fight because you actually like the person that's fighting. You're like, man, I want to hang out with this dude.
So here's how, who does that for me is Rose Namajunas. Every time she fights,
for sure,
my heart starts to pound because she looks so not threatening that I'm like, oh God, she's going to get killed. And not ironically, but weirdly enough, she's the only person that's beaten Zhang Weili. Not once, twice.
Mm-hmm.
They don't talk enough about that.
Mm-mm.
And she actually fought really well against Manon Fiorot, who's gonna, I think, will take Shevchenko out. I hope. I'm not a fan of Shevchenko. She is not real. She plays like this. I think she's an actual heel and an actual not a nice person.
Shevchenko?
Yeah. I think she's putting on an act.
Huh. I don't know.
Chael Sonnen told me that.
Yeah.
And there's nobody like the bad guy.
That Uncle Chael says, huh?
Yeah, I love Uncle Chael, man. He makes everything interesting. He could tell a story about a bee and honey on a near a bog on a hot day and make it interesting.
Well, I like Uncle Chael. He's entertaining. He's a personality. Whatever I'm watching, like he and DC or anything that he does, I always catch myself like, okay, when's he gonna breathe? Like his head just starts getting redder and redder and redder until he can't say anything else because he's out of air, and that's the only thing I can pay attention to.
The one thing about Charlotte Funny that doesn't fit. No, talk about another face guy. He's a great looking guy. Does he chew though? Does he put a little dip up there when he's doing some of those podcasts and interviews?
Maybe
because I know he doesn't drink.
I don't know anybody that just sticks chew up here though. I don't know what you.
I do. Well, because when it gets too, I used to. When it gets too raw up here, you got to move to the upper gums to give the lower gums a rest. Yeah.
What kind of psychopath are you? You're putting it in up here.
I used to do it.
What the front door?
During hockey? During a hockey game, I had it up there.
Dude, are you kidding me? I used to have in a baseball game, a football game.
Yeah.
Dude, trust me. I used to do it while I was lifting.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it's always down here.
Yeah.
Never.
I mean,
never an upper decker, bro. Never an upper decker. Especially right in the front.
I used to be the only guy allowed in high school to chew on the team because the coach knew that it helped me focus more, and I played catcher. My catcher's mask was so disgusting from spitting through it. Ugh. You know, when I tell Jack stories, I'm grateful that does well because that's really why we do this still, and in his honor and in his memory.
He rides with me in the truck every day, man. Got his
I love you for that. Thank you. And yeah, he loved you, and he loved this podcast. The personal stuff registers, because it's nothing more genuine. It's the only reason we do this is because we lost Jack McCarthy at the age of 19 from drug-induced homicide by fentanyl. So we carry him with us every day in the truck, and here, and he's on the other couch when I'm watching UFC fights in spirit.
For sure.
Where he always sat. I always think who would he'd be rooting for tonight. Peloton just had come into the UFC right when I think we saw him knock out maybe 2 people, and Jack was like, "This guy's a killer, Dad. He's going to be a killer." And also, he loved Robert Whitaker. He liked Early McGregor. He liked Khabib a lot. And I respect Khabib. I'm not a big fan of the rest of that genre of fighters.
I could never have noticed. You've never said anything against.
I'm honest about it.
The Dagestan. That's fair. You're very open about your disdain and dislike for Dagestani UFC fighters.
Friends of mine that are from Russia that I work out with at the gym swear that Dagestanis aren't really Russians. Like, I'll say, who would you root for on a McGregor or Khabib? Oh, fucking McGregor all day, they say. I can't do a Russian accent. But yeah, they don't like Dagestanis. One guy
said the accent you can do is an Irish accent.
Yeah. It's fucking amazing, man. We were talking about the champions, and we made our way to 155. Can Ilia Topuria beat Islam Makhachev if they fight?
No.
I don't think so either. Now, so Bilal Muhammad has a fight coming up.
Let's hope. You never know.
JDM he's a pretty good striker.
JDM's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's another tough Aussie boy. That could change things because if JDM wins, then Islam will then move up.
Agreed.
I've said this since the first time I saw Islam fight a while back. This guy looks huge for the weight class.
Walks around at 185.
Peloton, walked in when he fought Izzy the first time into the octagon, 229 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you
they weighed in at 185.
Well, that's what he literally said it in the pre-fight stuff. They were heading over to weigh in or something, and he was like, "How did I ever make 185?"
Yeah, he had trouble making 205.
Yeah, he's like, "How did I ever make 185? This is crazy."
I don't know. You know. So we're now up to. There's nobody at 170. Be like 185. You've got Dricus du Plessis, who's like, who cares? I liked Izzy as a champ there. I like Sean Strickland. I like Sean Strickland a lot because he makes you he makes us talk about him. He says crazy stuff.
He does.
A lot of it true. A lot of it true. A lot of it true. You just don't want to hear it, but he's right. I like him and that Nina Drama together. They're a funny duo when they
They're
interview.
pretty funny.
Um,
Drakus just had a great interaction with her that had me rolling.
he
That was
that's what I'm
fun, man.
saying. He shocked me that
Yeah.
he was quite quick-witted, and so I was like, this guy's got kind of the whole package, but yet I don't like him for some reason. I don't
I
dislike
just
him.
don't.
His
I don't
fighting
get excited to
style.
watch him fight. Yeah, he just seems sloppy. Does it work for him? Yeah, but his striking seems sloppy, and it's like, how did you beat half these people with just
It
that?
works.
It's like drunken monkey style. Like that's what it makes me think. He's just stumbling over himself to throw a punch. It's weird.
It's really weird. That's why I'm shocked that Izzy, a guy with such great movement, right, great footwork,
Yeah.
wasn't able to get around that. But I think Drakus has great cardio.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's tough as nails.
Agreed.
So it's hard to hit him. I also think if he were to be in a cup today, that I'm not certain it wouldn't have a hole on the bottom of it. He
Turn
looks
green.
like he's taken some pretty good stuff.
Hey man, yeah.
I'm just saying. I think a lot of them are. As Nate Diaz once said, everybody's on steroids.
Right, we're not going back to Vitor Belfort days where TRT Vitor days. That dude is something.
Is that all it was tear? I mean, he must have, his testosterone level had to be 3,500.
Oh, but you got to think, yeah, he had a doctor's prescription, but I guarantee you those regular numbers were through the roof.
That's not
Through the
healthy.
roof.
So
Probably
now we're up
already
to
picked up what I was
205.
looking for. Yeah,
Now we're up
anyways.
to 205. We already talked about Uncle Live. I think that Poetan, well, I'm hoping that Poetan fights him and regains that title. Heavyweight, is John Jones going to actually have the courage and get the fuck you money that he's asked for to fight Aspinall?
If the UFC pays him for it, he will. If they don't pay him for it, he won't. And I couldn't care less. I haven't cared about John Jones in I don't know how long. I mean, don't get me wrong. Honestly, in my mind, top 2 best of all time.
Yeah, but it's always questioned with the PEDs. I don't think
there's always an asterisk with him. Always.
Yeah. I'd like to
Always.
see he and Conor McGregor go to Vegas for a weekend together.
That would be a fun reality show.
They'd be a mess. We have the women's we could cover in terms of our champions. Right now there's not I like Julia Pena, but I don't know if
I can't stand Pena.
She's gonna lose to that dude though who transitioned from the PFL over to the UFC. What's that guy's name?
Kayla Harrison?
Yeah. Kayla Harrison. That's a dude. I'm sorry. Kayla Harrison. Whatever, man. If she's not on steroids,
their traps are bigger than yours.
They are. She's absolutely on steroids. Can she strike with the best strikers at that weight?
No. So Kayla Harrison, honestly, I'm a fan. I think she's phenomenal. She's got a lot of talent. I just hope that her striking comes along quick enough for her to stack up at the top there, striking wise. I mean, you saw exactly what happened to Ronda Rousey the moment that people's striking got at a higher level than.
Yeah, Holly Holm knocked her unconscious with a pretty good kick.
Holly Holm made her look silly. It wasn't just that one kick. She made her look silly.
Yeah, the whole night. And then, Amanda Nunes did the same. Then we moved down to 125, to which I still think Rose has title contention. I think because she's done well at 125. She lost a very close fight to Montefiore and then Aaron Blanchfield. I thought Rose won that fight.
Too.
And so, she's one win away from getting another shot at the title there. Then we go down to 115 and nobody's beat Wei Li Zhang.
She's so good.
Well, except for Rose can beat her.
Right.
Every time. She just got her number.
Yeah.
I was shocked that Tatiana Suarez got just smoked by Zhang.
Yeah.
And out wrestled, by the way.
She's another one that, yes, is she a phenomenally talented champion? Yes. She's just another one that there's just nothing there that entices me other than her actual skills. So yes, will I watch her fights? Absolutely. Will I buy a pay-per-view because she is on it?